And I'm going to introduce to you today your co-host and your host for 4th and 1 Podcast. One of the best sports podcasts for good content. And they right in front of your TV. Right in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. I bring to you right now your co-host and host, Omari, Peggy, Collins, and Cam, Ace Boogie, Newton!
Okay, stay with me, Pat. Hey, we got a little thing that we do all the time. I say stay with me. Can we get a snap?
Everybody.
I said now welcome. Can we, hold on DJ.
Turn me down a little bit, DJ.
Snap. I say now welcome.
Come on in, hey. Come on in, hey. Come on in, let's begin.
I say now welcome to 4th and 1.
Hey.
Well, I always got it done. Peggy.
Well, I always got it done.
I said now welcome.
Come on in,
Can you cut it?
Come on in,
Can you cut it?
Come on in.
Can you cut? I said now welcome 4th and 1.
Hey.
Well, I always got it done.
Hey.
Well, I always got it done. What my snap at?
What a snap back. Everybody. Hey.
Well, I always got it done. I said now welcome to 4th and 1.
Okay.
Well, I always got it done.
Hey.
Well, I always got it done. I say now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Well, my snap at? Well, I always got it done. I say now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Bring in facts by the time before the.
Before the
welcome to 4th and 1. Well, my snap at?
Everybody clap.
Well, my snap clap. I said now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, my clap.
Come on.
I said now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, my clap at?
Come on in, hey. Come on in, hey.
I say now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, my clap at?
Come on in, hey. We on 10, hey.
I say now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, my clap at? Hey, we in Atlanta now. Come on,
in,
tighten up.
We on 10, let's begin.
I said now welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rise and the sun. I said now welcome.
Come on in, hey. Come on in.
We live, Peggy.
We on 10.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little children, dogs and cats, I present the sum and introduce the others. My dog, my road dog, my partner, my right hand. You know he is, man. Hey, man, my dog, Peggy!
And I got to introduce my dog. What's good, bud? Yeah! Come on, now.
You ready for the night?
Man, I'm ready for the day, man.
I say you ready for the night.
Man, I'm ready for the night. It's draft night.
You ready for the night?
Bro, I'm ready for the night.
You ready for the night?
I'm ready for the night.
All right, let's lock in.
We locked in. But hold on, somebody not locked in.
They not?
They not locked in right over here. We on here.
Okay. You know how we can get them locked in?
Talk to me, bud.
Hey, you know, they say never changes, even when the lights come on. For all the confusion, you dig what I'm saying? I got to ring in a friend. I got to ring in my partner. Hey, Jimbo Slice, please step up to the mic. You dig what I'm saying? You can stay where you are. But we got to remind the people. They got to like, they got to share, they got to comment. But Jimbo, make sure they do what? Yeah, we live on YouTube right now. You digging what I'm saying? But Peggy, one time for the one time.
Okay.
You got to remind the people. You got to like, you got to share, you got to comment. But most of all, make sure they do what?
Subscribe, dog.
Okay, now let's do a group project.
Okay.
Let's do a group project. Everybody get involved. Let's see what type of crowd that we got tonight.
Yeah, we need the crowd.
This is all inclusive. You got to like.
Okay.
This all together. You got to comment.
Okay.
This all together. You got to share.
All right.
But crowd, make sure they do what? No.
They ain't here, boo. They ain't here.
Absolutely not.
They ain't here yet.
Absolutely not.
Nah, they too cool for school.
Absolutely not.
We at the
The
phone.
devil is still alive.
Yeah.
On draft night.
On draft
Every
night.
Now listen, I'm going to do this one more time. You got to have an out-of-body experience if you want to have an out-of-body type of night.
They got to sell out.
You got to sell out. Headlines on the baseline.
Come on now.
You got to have effort.
And I ain't got one.
You trying to tell you?
Talk to me.
You dig what I'm saying? Listen. When I say subscribe, dog, you say subscribe, dog. When I say subscribe, dog, you say
subscribe, dog.
When I say subscribe, dog, you gonna say
subscribe, dog.
When I say subscribe, dog, you gonna say
subscribe, dog.
When I say subscribe, dog, you gonna say
subscribe, dog.
When I say subscribe, dog, you gonna say
subscribe, dog.
Okay, here we go. One more time. We got. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment. Crowd, make sure they do what?
Okay.
There we go.
Getting some action.
There we go. Man, shout out to everybody that's watching this live on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
You dig what I'm saying? Appreciate the people behind the scenes that's on the scenes that make the scenes possible. Shout out to the president of Iconic Saga Productions, Miss Kristen Myers. She's the person that is responsible for this activation right here. Shout out to Brendan Cole. Shout out to my unbelievable team that is, people who work tirelessly to make me and Peggy look good. One of us is easy to make look good.
And that's me, baby. That's me right here. Look at me. Take your time, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Look right now. Look right. Out your good eye. Out your good eye.
You feel me? Hold on, DJ. Can I do something real quick? Can I get a little auto-tune? 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 Where we at? Can we get a little auto-tune? Can I get a little auto-tune? My girl sent me this video and she was like, babe, this dude right here, he is so funny. I said, don't worry about it, baby. The way my production company set up with the likes and the happiness of Kristen Myers, we can get a little auto-tune.
A little tune.
You know what I'm saying? I said, waiting on my auto-tune. Can I get a little auto-tune? Can I get a little auto-tune? Can I get a little auto-tune? I got a little auto-tune. Little auto-tune.
Just a little.
That's a little auto-tune. Now, hey, this was something we was doing in Little Mic Check.
Yeah.
And you said something, Peggy, and I still want my auto-tune. Keep me with the auto-tune. Let's go with some do's and don'ts for the girlfriends.
Oh, and the mamas.
Some do's and don'ts for the girlfriend.
Do's and don'ts for the mamas.
Do's and don'ts for the girlfriend.
Do's and don'ts for the mamas.
I said some do's and don'ts for the girlfriends.
And do's and don'ts for the mamas.
Do's and don'ts for the girlfriend.
And do's and don'ts for the mamas.
There we go, Peggy. Now listen.
Oh. We also got a shout out Roll too.
Say what?
Shout out Roll Sparks.
Roll Sparks, yeah.
Cause they brought it to you live. They brought it to you live, Roll Sparks.
I'm gonna say one do and don't for the girlfriend.
Okay.
Don't stand too close to me.
Oh.
This my night. You know what I'm saying? Don't stand too close to me.
Too close to me.
You try to take my spotlight. No, baby, don't do that. Mama, I'ma tell you like this.
What you gotta tell the mamas?
Control your booze, control your wine. Control your booze, control your wine.
Cause I ain't got time.
There we go, there we go.
No.
Another one for the girlfriends. Stay off your phone. Stay off your phone. This ain't about you. This about me. Slide to the right to protect we. If you over your head, your dreads, and your toupee.
CJ2K in the waiting room.
You dig what I'm saying?
We should bring him in the next 3
It's about me, not about you.
Talk to him, bud.
They ain't gonna see you, but I love you. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Stay with me. Stay with me. So I'm just saying, if you a girlfriend tonight, if you want to last long, shout out to Rose. Last long.
Shout out to Roski.
Just say out the camera view. You dig what I'm saying? We have viral clips, viral moments over the years that girlfriends try to make this about them. This ain't about you, baby. You look good and all, but this ain't about you. Just step to the side. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the cousin. Talk to the brother. Talk to the sister. You dig what I'm saying? And then everything else.
But we forgot something, too.
Talk to me nice.
So it's not only us up here.
Yes.
We're going to have a couple of legends. Somebody's waiting in the waiting room right now. We got a couple of legends that's going to be joining us on draft night.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, the first person up. All right? Are we ready for him? Are y'all ready for your first legend to jump on the screen? Hold on. Before we bring him up, they got to have the energy better. Are y'all ready for the first legend to jump on the screen? Are they ready, bud?
I don't know, dog. It's looking a little skeptical.
Get it right, bud.
It's looking a little skeptical. Lord Jesus. Do we need the auto-tune? You dig what I'm saying? Because the crowd
be burnt out.
Lord Jesus. Just pray for me. I say we ready for our guests. Make some noise. I hear every bit of 4 and 5 of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
God,
that hen dog ain't kicked in yet. That Deuce ain't kicked in yet. It ain't. It's okay. I'm going to pray for y'all, though.
We're going to go ahead and bring them in.
Let's rock and roll with them.
So first up, we got the 2006 Offensive Player of the Year. All right? And Mr. 2,000 yards, Mr. CJ, 2K himself, none other than Titans legend on Chris Johnson. Welcome him in.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yo.
CJ 2K was good with it, bro.
What's up, my boys? Just chilling.
You good?
Yeah.
You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I hear you. I'm good. Just chilling.
Say less. Now, obviously we got this conversation going on with a Tennessee Titan legend, and let's get right on to it. Where do you stand with where you think the Tennessee Titans should go with the #1 pick of this year's draft?
They're not getting who I want them to get, but I understand the pick. I want to go Travis.
Ooh.
Okay.
And we're going to go Cam. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on that?
Now, it's crazy because I want everybody to understand this. If they decide to go get another quarterback, a couple years ago, they took a quarterback.
Yes, Will Levis.
The time to perform is yesterday.
True.
If I'm a quarterback. So if I'm Cam Ward, if I'm Travis Hunter, not Travis Hunter, if I'm Shadur Sanders, and if I'm being taken with this particular pick, I'm more nervous to know that I got to perform sooner rather than later.
Right now.
You dig what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Now, just the whole status, CJ, could you tell us what you got going on these days? Where you at with it? What you got going on day-to-day?
Man, I'm down in Orlando, coaching the kids, 24K, 7-on-7, and, just getting the boys right, football, track,
Now, we always ask this common question for athletes all around, and I'm going to ask it to you. Where do they produce the best athletes in what state?
Florida.
I'm talking about totality. I'm not talking about just like the speed, the need for speed. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying?
The most draft.
Say it one more time.
The most draft picks, the most Hall of Famers.
Slow down. You said Florida. Now, can you give me your top 3 states in regards to what produces the most talent?
Because just to give y'all stats. Just to give y'all stats, Louisiana.
Okay.
And Georgia. All right, that's the order it goes. Louisiana first, and then they got Georgia to pick the draft picks, and then Mississippi. So Louisiana, Georgia, Mississippi are the most drafted picks for the states that they come from.
Before Florida?
Before Florida now.
No way. How?
Per capita. That's hey, don't blame me.
I ain't going for that.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I'm just telling you.
No.
So understanding, let me ask you with this hot topic that's going around, we see the likes of Eddie George. We see the likes of Deion Sanders. We see the likes of so many different athletes. Most recently, Deshaun Jackson. Could you ever see yourself coaching a football team on a collegiate level or even higher?
Not coaching, but I say more like GM. I want to be in that role. Scouting these players. Who know it better than us? We do it ourselves. Like, who knows it way better than us? Nobody.
So I say, to that point, I think for the first time in a long time, athletes are really getting their just due in regards to really having an impact to get their voices heard. Inside the locker room, outside the locker room. And when you have guys like Deion Sanders to step up to the plate and have a instant impact everywhere that he's gone, from the Jackson States to obviously the Colorados, is going to keep allowing guys to have opportunities. I forgot one, Michael Vick is also a player coach who's obviously made some headlines. Now, this is the thing, Peggy. This is the thing, CJ.
I'm going to jump in after you finish.
If Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick don't do their job, it's not gonna keep them doors open. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Somebody got to keep the torch lit, so somebody else can light their torch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead with your question, Peg.
So, all right, when y'all talk about athletes, all right. So I gotta ask you. Everybody want to ask you. Obviously, you're known for your speed. Even when you see running backs today, do you think you still are the fastest running back in the NFL history?
Yeah, for sure. Who else? Like, the closest one I can say is probably Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, you shifted.
Where he from?
I think he's from Georgia.
No, you thinking. You need to know that he is from Georgia.
Yeah.
He digger them saying
Georgia
he wanted to
noise.
be Georgia so bad.
Georgia
Come on,
noise.
Cowboy. Come on, Shabuzi. Tighten up in the front row. You dig what I'm saying? Georgia produced some top-tier athletes, bro.
Yo.
They do.
No, absolutely not.
So what we got right now, all right, as the draft is live, we have the commissioner. He actually rode a bike out to the podium, all right? So if they do take Cam Ward, CJ, what does Cam Ward need around him to be successful?
Receivers and a good defense.
Okay.
Be all right. Receivers and a good defense.
Right.
Maybe a good tight end in there, but receivers and a good defense. He'll be all right.
Do you believe in the receiving core, the personnel that they have right now in Tennessee?
I like we have right now, we got
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin.
Yeah.
I love Calvin, but he needs some help.
Yeah.
So we need to get some in the draft, free agency or something, but we're going to need some more help if we take him.
And we've been having this whole interview this whole time without even acknowledging the beautiful princess that's in the screen right there.
Sure.
Could you please introduce us to, sweet
She's
honey bunches of O's?
Her name Honey Johnson.
Honey.
Nice to meet you.
Look at it.
Tell her about your YouTube channel.
Oh, she got a YouTube.
Yeah.
Y'all better subscribe.
Make sure you do that. Now, honey,
Love.
what? Can you hear me, honey? Back in the day, in good Romans times, you didn't really have no choice who your husband would be. So as men, I would talk to your dad and let your dad know I got 5 sons and they all gonna be specimens. You see what I'm saying? So when I say me and all my kids at football practice right now. You know what I'm saying? So when you considering your prime date, please don't look no other than one of these Newton boys. You see what I'm saying? I'm lathering up they calves right now in milk. You know what I'm saying? They doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups at night, and I only buy one toy so they all can fight over which one get the rights to play with it. So you're going to be protected, never neglected, and always respected. Okay. Come on, Pat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on. There you go.
Yeah. All right, so the commissioner, he's up at the podium and is about to make the pick. But just to take you back real quick, CJ, during the time, the year that you was drafted, what were some of your feels, some of your emotions to know that your life was about to change?
And it was crazy, like something that I worked so hard for to finally about to come true. Man, the emotion is different. You try to hold back from crying and all that, and like, can't help it.
Yeah, so for me, obviously you know, Cam know, but the world would like to know, and it's the question that everybody get. Once you got drafted, once you signed that check, what's the first thing that you went out and bought?
A car.
What kind of car?
I never had a car before, so I bought a car. A Land Impala, 2000 Impala.
I love Impala. Did you trick it out?
Then Pollard, yeah. Little Rams, little Jam, you know.
Little sub in the back.
Cam know how them Florida boys do. He was down there in Gainesville.
You know what it is. You know, man, he about to Apollo, put some sixes or some fours on there.
Fours on that
put a
collar.
good little system in there. Candy paint, shouted. You know what I'm saying? Had the speakers inside the trunk and in the grill. You know what I mean? The Florida boys do a little different. Speed the little music up every now and then. They want to get the jumping all over the place. I respect it, though.
So when you finally got into the locker room in Tennessee, all right, how did you implement yourself in the locker room, on and off the field? So obviously you're a rookie, highly touted person. Obviously speed was crazy, had a name coming out of East Carolina. But how did you implement yourself in the locker room and then on the field?
I just want to show everybody the hard work I was, how hard I was going to work, and I wanted to make a name for myself on the field. Like, you got to think, I'm coming in, Vince Young, Lindell White, those guys. So I'm coming from a smaller school, so I just want to make a name for myself.
So typically, you and Lindell was part of the early wave of impactful thunder and lightning. Unlike a lot of positions, you guys having a dynamic duo is something that is what teams look for. How was you guys able to kind of feed off each other and not take each other's shine at the same time?
Basically just, man, it's enough balls to go around, and at the end of the day, we're trying to win a championship. So, he a big guy. He getting there, make him soft balls. And then, I come in, I run around and get all the easy touchdowns.
And that's big. So, Cam, I wanted to talk to you, obviously. So we just seen Saquon Barkley sign a big contract. I just want you to kind of dive in on what do you think about the pay of current running backs, and where do you see the running back position evolving over time?
I think they're going to come back up. You see Saquon, you see Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry just went for 1,900.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a 2,000-yard season already. To win in the playoffs and the championship, you need a running game. Yeah. So I think we're going to come back.
Yeah. So as we anticipate, or we're waiting on the first pick of this draft, one of the main things that has always been a point of emphasis for the NFL has been player safety. You played a very physical type of brand of football. When you played, to see where the physicality is now, are you with it or against it?
I'm with it, man. We're trying to keep the players healthy, especially if they retire and stuff like that. They don't give us lifetime insurance, so keeping the players healthy, that's the main thing, especially when you got kids that's coming up and trying to play next.
Yeah. So they're making a phone call right now.
Yeah. Saying it's official. They're on a call right now. While they're making that call, is it a current running back right now that relates to you, that you would say it reminds you of your game and how you play the game of football?
Yeah, you already said Jameer.
Jameer.
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer got a give, boy.
Shifty, fast.
Yeah, Jameer got a different gear. I want to see him by himself in the offense.
That's what I was about to say. So even to that, CJ, it's like you took the reins as being the guy, right? Jameer makes his impact still as just a guy on a very explosive team. You got him, J-Bo, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have a very explosive tight end group, but Jameer also shares the backfield with Montgomery. Those guys like that, when you see how that team structure is, as you just mentioned, having his own spotlight in the backfield, what do you say for the whole philosophical view of how teams are structuring that double back tandem?
Man, I'm a one-back guy. When I went to, it was just me.
Yeah.
That one I moved for 2,000. So I think Jameer Gibbs can do it if they just give it just him. I'm a one-back guy. That's how it was when I came up. Emmett, Barry, Priest, Marshall.
Yeah.
All these guys, like, one bad guy.
So, obviously, it's looking like they're going to go with Cam Ward, all right? I know that you wanted Travis Hunter. That was your pick. A lot of people thought Travis Hunter was going to go number one, but obviously a quarterback is needed in Tennessee. Just thinking about Cam Ward, what are some elements of his game that you like? And then obviously you being in Tennessee, what's some things that he should learn about the city by coming in?
Now, like, he's just so chill, laid back. He still can scramble, get some first down with his feet. When he got on him, he can make mostly all the throws. So I think he's going to be good for the offense. When it comes to Tennessee, man, just, stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Steady. You're a quarterback. You don't need to be in the city. Just steady. Film. And you're going to be all right.
So here we go. We got the picks in. Commissioner Goodell is walking up to the podium. Let's see if that intel was true, CJ.
Let's see. Man, this is such a wild time.
Oh, we got it.
Selection is in. And it's Cam Ward. And it's Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans.
Hey, what they say, you a good source, you a reliable source?
Yeah. Very good source.
Well, appreciate you. Yo, CJ, man, thank you for your time, dog. Appreciate you always tap in with me, per usual. One love, my boy. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, Cam,
Yes,
obviously
sir.
from one Cam to another Cam, we don't know what it's like to be the number one overall pick.
Yeah.
But during this time, obviously you do. Tell us, what's the emotions right now going through your mind? Like when you heard your name being called, tell us how your day started. But once you got that phone call, what was your feelings, your emotion?
I start off my day with a blunder.
Oh, my Lord. Pancake.
My dog Gucci, man. You feel
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man. I think my day was rather exciting because I just remember that day being filled with so much excitement, so much fulfillment, knowing that I set my family straight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I ain't signed a big boy contract yet, or I haven't signed the contract yet, but I just knew the money was coming.
It was good. You was good for
You
it.
dig what I'm saying?
You
So
was
you
good
say,
for that
what's
money.
good, Boog? Man, that money was all good. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was excited about that, man. Shout out to Cam Ward for being the number one pick from one Cam to another Cam, man. May the force be with you. That's right.
So obviously the Jags just traded a pick for the Browns. So the Jags moved up and they traded with the Browns right now. So it's getting a little interesting. All right. Do you still feel like, because that's a little different. So do you see, hey, is Travis going back to Florida? What do you think about that? Who do you think they might go
The
get?
Jags moved up.
The Jazz moved up and they traded with the Browns
So
to the number 2.
Who has the third pick?
So is the third pick still New York?
It has to be Travis
Yeah.
because, you can't take another quarterback.
And the Browns are moving down to the 5th pick.
The Browns moving.
So
okay.
the Giants are still number 3.
Wow.
It's getting murky, bro. It got to be Travis.
Wow.
From Florida kid. How would that be, though?
Hey, that's a power. I like that pick.
So what would it be? Just playing hypotheticals. If Atlanta had traded up to get Cam
Hello. It'd be a distraction.
in 2010,
It'd be a distraction.
what would it be like for you to play for your hometown
It
team,
would have been
Atlanta
a
Falcons?
distraction. It would have been a pre-draft party at Magic. It would have been just too much, too fast.
Yeah.
Immaturity. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta hear from the
285.
crowd. Would y'all like Cam to be drafted to the Atlanta Falcons?
Nah.
Y'all would like that?
Nah, I wasn't ready.
That would have been a vibe.
I wouldn't have been ready.
But the South would have been immaculate.
Nah, I would have been up out of this city faster than doggone the PPP loan reimbursements. I would have been out of here, boy. But let me tell you something. I would have been gone. I think about, bro, a 22-year-old Cam Newton with money in his pocket with a city that he know.
Yeah.
For the longest time while I was in Charlotte, I didn't even know where I was.
Oh, so you
I
was
still
lost in the
needed
city.
my homegirl Siri to help me out.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? and Uptown was still a developing city or a space in Charlotte, so I didn't have too much to kind of play with.
Yeah.
You did, but at the same time, being in Charlotte was just close enough to get back home if I needed something, but just further enough for somebody to have to call before they came. You dig what I'm saying?
That is true. You can't just pop up.
Don't just pop up on
I'm not
me.
in the neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? What you say about them surprises? You gonna be surprised.
Okay?
Nah, don't do that.
So look, what we see, obviously, we see you walk across the stage. We see you do the interview. But what we don't see is when you walk off the stage. So what happens immediately after you get drafted, you walk off the stage? Take us through that experience.
When you get right off the stage, they have it's almost like not a radio row, but an interview row.
Okay.
Where it's beat writers, it's national news, it's certain things. He's not going to see the light of day until probably pick 8. He's going to take pictures. He's going to take pictures with the number 1 jersey. He's going to take pictures with all this, that and the third. And it's going to be a blur.
Yeah.
So I remember, when I had my specific night, by the time I looked up, the first round really wasn't even close to being done.
Yeah.
And you was just checking in to see where certain people went, what team they went to, and obviously it's a big day for so many people. And you're just excited for everybody to get drafted.
So since we got them in the weight room, even though they done traded a pick, we want to get them in. The Jaguars pick is in, but we want to bring our next guest up. Y'all ready for the next guest? All right, who we got is the 2008 national champion, 3-time Pro Bowler, and, interesting fact, college roommate with Cam Newton, none other than the Joe Haden.
My boy.
What's good?
Can you
Joe
hear us?
Schmo was
Joe,
good with it.
What's good, my guy?
Okay, we turn him up.
Turn him up.
Joe.
Yo.
Yep, we
there
hear
you go.
you.
My boy, how you doing, dog?
Man, I'm solid, brother. How you?
Man, listen, it's so crazy how the NFL work, especially draft night. Now, before the draft, they had Adam Schefter come up with this tweet that says explosiveness or explosion or something like that with tonight. And here we have the first pick, or the second pick of the draft is traded by your Cleveland Browns for the Jags. Tell me your thoughts about who the Jags should go with, and talk to me about your Cleveland Browns.
They better take Travis Hunter, and right now, I'm low-key sick to my stomach because I thought we was taking Travis for sure, and if we don't get Shadur after this, I'm gonna be more sick. Because it's like we had number 2 pick. Don't just try to trade back. Don't be too smart for your own good. And I feel like we're being too smart for our own good unless we get back and get a quarterback.
Now, the person before you, my dog CJ2K, gave us a lot of intel. He gave us a lot of stuff that we was like, okay, cool. Do you have any type of insight where the Cleveland Browns are thinking about going?
Cam, I would have been looking so crazy because I would have said, yeah, we get Travis Hunter at 2 for sure. And
That's your custom Travis jersey.
they traded it back. And if you would have saw me, if I'd have been on camera, I was looking nuts in the waiting room. I knew nothing. I was like, yeah, we getting Travis for sure. We got the 2 pick. So my intel would have not been good.
Yeah, we go from good source to a bad source.
So I mean, news all falsy. But even when you talk about Travis, talk about the player Travis is. Obviously, you know him from seeing him. Obviously, Cam coached him with C1 in. But can you just talk about what do you think about Travis as a player, cornerback and wide receiver?
He's special.
Yeah.
He's special. I think like I was the number 1 corner. He's like me at corner, and he's the number 1 receiver. He's like Percy Harvin at receiver. And that's hard to beat, to be the number 1 option. They give you the rock on offense, you're going to score a touchdown. They put you on defense, you're going to be the number 1 guy. So being that special is tough to do because I play high-level college football. And you not being a dude that can do both. There's dudes that can do receiver, go crazy, and there's dudes that can do defense and go crazy. Having him that can do both, Charles, Dion, and himself, they're special dudes that can do that, and he's that guy. So I'm like, we missed on somebody that you don't be too smart to outsmart yourself. He's somebody that's different.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, it was so crazy because a lot of the things in the media, people were talking about generational talent. I think that was the Tennessee Titans who said that. But being in a locker room with guys, man, everybody is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody is exceptional from where they're from. But I think the reality of going into a locker room, could you give us some insight of being a veteran? What do you look forward to in the rookie that comes in?
You look for the rookie that at the end of the day that can take coaching. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you don't know. You have it that's looking for an OG, that a good OG though, the one that's ready to guide you, the one that can give you some good guidance, give you good game. You know what I'm saying? So just somebody that comes in humble, hungry, ready to work, ready to learn, and trying to ball. Balling is going to solve all of it. So I'm just looking for a rookie that's coming in the joint, ready to listen, ready to try to make meetings on time, and just learn how to be a pro.
Breaking news, Travis Hunter just went to the Jags. They got him, bro. They got him. My boy Joe Haden a little mad, bro.
So they made it abundantly clear that they will be playing him offensively and defensively.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
As they should.
Joe, I'm going to ask you this, though. Because when I think about when you was in Cleveland, you had a situation where not only am I going to potentially be covered by Joe Haden, what's my guy, 12?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. I got to cover a Josh Gordon. Is that possible for any human to be able to say this is something that can be done?
I think there's certain people, as a Deion Sanders, that was doing it, and as a Travis Hunter that come around, and the dude's not winded. He loves the game. He's not going out partying, Cam. He's not going outside.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He's going outside. He's drinking water, he's fishing, and he's getting his rest. You know what I'm saying? He's studying the tape. He's getting in that joint, doing the extra coaching and the extra things that it takes. I couldn't do it because I'm not getting that extra tape. I'm going outside, I'm chilling, doing my thing. But with him, I think there's certain people that if he wants to do it, and he's going to be able to take that time to do it, like get the extra coaching, be in the film room, get that extra, you know what I'm saying, that tutoring, you knowing the offensive side, the same, defensive side. And I think there's certain people that want it, and he wants to show them that he can do it. So I think he's going to be special.
That's crazy.
Man, one of the things that you was talking, bro, it was almost like we raised each other. Because what people don't know, me and Joe came into the University of Florida together, and that was my roommate.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, we was like two. This is a family show.
Yes.
It was two individuals that knew nothing. It was like it's a whole new world.
Bro,
Our
this
second.
was camp. We were good kids, and we were coming to. We left the half. We graduated early. Like we didn't even go no prom, no nothing. We were still in school, in college, like still 17 young boys, bro.
Man,
Young
listen,
boy.
we were good kids with bad intentions.
I mean, man.
Our second day on campus, Ped, they won a national championship.
Second day.
Second day on campus. So they didn't have it where the new enrollees could go and practice like they do now. So we went straight to school. So as we was enrolling in classes, they was canceling class out of respect of the national championship.
Oh, my goodness.
Bro, they won a national championship, and it was ridiculous. That whole experience was like, yo, this is what college is going to look like. And just to keep it a buck, you from Maryland, I'm from Atlanta. So I ain't never seen that many white people in my life just going crazy.
All in one
and I
place.
was like, yo, dog, like it was such an experience to be had.
You was culture shock.
What?
Yeah.
Was I? Oh, Peg? This wasn't North Carolina
Did y'all
Central.
move in at the same time?
Yes.
So y'all
Yes.
both carrying stuff.
Bro.
Do you got a memory? Because y'all had 3 NFL players in one room. You,
No,
just y'all two.
No. So it was a 2x2.
Okay.
So we had the bathroom that connected us was Bo Williams, and I don't know where Bo is now. But we had Aaron Hernandez,
That's
the
what I'm saying,
Pouncey
3.
twins, Paul,
Ahmad Black,
man. The list was on, dog. Like we were 17 years old in college, and it was one of those situations that's like, bro, we were so close but so competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember a time real quick where we knew we belonged when we played basketball versus the 2008 class, and they had CI. Come on. It was 07 versus everybody. So we literally had to get our respect at the, I don't know what it was, the rec center or something like that. It was me, Carlos Dunlap.
And the mirrors at. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Carlos Dunlap. Joe, obviously Joe was the guard. Chico was also a ball handler. But, bro, like we had to we wanted to prove our worth.
I want to ask, even as roommates, do y'all have one good memory? All right, it's a family show. Do y'all have one memory as y'all being roommates? Like a funny memory.
I think I saw Joe Haden transform from a good old boy to a city boy right in front of my eyes. Like, he was such a good guy. And then all of a sudden, after a span of 3 months, I'm like, yo, Joe, where you at, bro? Man, I'm outside. I'll see you soon.
They were calling him Joe.
Joe was one of the only players on the team to be able to lift his body weight × 2. That's how strong Joe Haden was. You see what I'm saying? Him and I think it was Percy. It was a ridiculous amount of strength that this guy had, but he never
got the Giants.
He never put the party in before the play.
That's good.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's why you go to the next level, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, so the Giants pick is in. They're about to make their selection.
Wow.
It's Shadur Carter.
Okay.
You think that's going to be a game changer for the Giants, Joe?
I mean, I do. I think that's going to be that's amazing. That's a good pass rusher, but I don't know. I just feel like people are missing on Shadur. I don't know why, but I understand it. It's a great pick. He's going to be a game changer. They got another defensive end on the other side already. That's pretty good. So I mean, 2 of them not going to hurt, but I just don't. Quarterback is just a position I don't know. I don't know.
Do you believe in Russell Wilson coming in?
Russell, you know what? You got a vet there. You want to just have a generational defensive end. You try to see what you can do with it. If they don't believe if they don't think if they don't believe that Shadur can take them there, Russell Wilson's going to be a vet. They got somebody stable that can just manage it. Then I think they feel like they made the right pick.
So do you feel like, because I know we keep talking about Shadur. Do you think Shadur, what is like Shadur's like Rose Spark moment? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are some elements that he can really spark a team? Because I know you're talking about Shadur, but like him coming in, how can he really spark a team and help them win and turn it around?
I think because he can put the ball in great places. Like, he's very, very competitive. I think he really does love the game. He might not be the most mobile, but he's a little wiggly. Patrick Mahomes is not the most athletic, but he gets a little, I call it a little wiggly. You know what I'm saying? Just to get around. But his accuracy, he loves the game. His dad, I think people just don't, he rubs people the wrong way. And I think that's the main thing. I don't think it's his play, and I think he wants to be great. Him going later and later is only going to be better for him to have that chip on his shoulder, you know what I'm saying, to be able to prove people wrong.
Now, I'll say this, though. So going back to your earlier questions, though, Peg, one of the things that me and Joe would always connect with, even as young whippersnappers, was fashion, right? Bro, I remember very vividly, I can't remember them all, bro. We was on this white boy, black boy, white boy swag. We would go to Hollister. We would go to Hollister, bro, Spencer. Yes. Bro, real talk. And Joe was always the swaggy, Ed Hardy type of guy. That tells you our age right there. But, Joe, talk to me about your fashion, bro. Something that's off topic real quick. You know what I'm saying?
It's the DMV. I'm from Maryland, bro, and in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, everybody is fresh. No matter how much money you got, you're going to be able to look like you got, man, $1,000 in your pocket. You're going to look like $1 million regardless. So it was just something I was always on. And I collected shoes since I was in the 6th grade. So I was always a sneakerhead, big-time sneakerhead, and just looking fresh, looking clean. That's my job. So you know right now.
What you got? What you rocking?
Just, you know what I'm saying? Just chill. Just throwing out the chill.
It's some light.
Real quick.
Some light.
Yeah.
Some light.
So what's your top 3? If you had J's, give me your top 3 J's in your collection that you would say.
Okay, I'm going to go with, I got the retro Jordan 1s, OGs, 85s.
Okay.
I got a custom pair of Jordan 12s, one of 23 Jordan brand members. They football skin. And then I would say, Oregon Duck 3s.
Now, I got to ask, because Cam always say this now. He says, Jordans have an expiration date. So after a certain age, he feel like you shouldn't be wearing or can't wear J's. And I'm going to let you explain. But, talk to him. What's your explanation about wearing a sneaker?
I feel like it's go ahead, Cam. Because
So we got a little crowd going on, because they talking about Cam got some Michael Jacksons on.
That's right, too. That's strike two. No, but I say it like this. My thing about Jordans is this. Don't be the old head in the line waiting on J's. If you wear J's, you gotta have a plug. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the dude that's standing in line, that's standing up next like, okay, I'm next. Like, bro, that has an expiration date. If you don't know how to wear J's, you can wear J's with anything. I can't say that. But you got to know how to wear them. If you got the whole jump man from top to bottom, you looking like a mannequin. That's a goofy. Like, you can't do that. You got to know how to wear them. Joe has always been the guy that's been fashionable, always put on for, you know what I'm saying, Maryland in a way that it showed in his play and so many different things. I got a question for you, Joe.
All right, and we're going to get this going to be last, Joe.
Something off topic but on topic. Give me 2 do's and don'ts for the girlfriends that's on draft night. Can you put the girlfriends on?
2 do's and don'ts for the girlfriends. Definitely, the more that you try to make it not about you, the better you are. It's showing that it's his day, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my jumps. It's his day, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Big family vibes. You know what I'm saying? Try to do as much as making sure the mom, the family is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give them what you should do. Stay out the way, make sure mom and the family's taken care of, because you're going to see him a little bit later. Everything's going to be good, but make sure mom's is good, grandma's good. Do they need anything to drink? Is everybody good? Okay, boom. And just stay out the camera, stay out the way.
Is that your day? Stay out the way. Now, what's the percentage? What's the staying percentage typically of people who go into draft night in a relationship? Do they typically make it to the end of their rookie season?
I would say so. This is the thing. It's the ones that the girls that are literally staying out the way, and it's not about them. If they got really genuine girls that been with them just because they do love the family, they do really care about these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be there. The ones that literally was trying to wait and just found them like, oh no, he's nice. I wasn't rocking on him before, but he's about to go to the league. He look better now. They're gonna be out the way before the first. You know what I'm saying? Because they can be replaced. But the ones that genuinely, I feel like they can stay.
Say less, Joe. We're gonna bring you back at the 5th pick, bro, to talk to us about the Cleveland Browns and their selection. Sure. Give us a pause real quick. We got to bring somebody back in, and I'll see you in a quick second. You dig?
I'm going to post up, Coach.
Say less.
All right. Well, as Joe goes off, the Patriots pick is in. All right, so our next guest is a New England Patriot. He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion and also a Super Bowl champion MVP. Your former teammate, none other than Julian Edelman.
Jules, my guy. How we doing, guy?
I'm good. You see my do you see my name tag?
No.
What I logged in on as?
What is it, Squirrel?
No.
Highway 11.
Highway 11.
Say less. It's always open, by the way. One of my biggest regrets while I was in New England was that I only had Highway 11 for a good 2 games.
2 games. Joker's wheels fell off.
I mean, literally. It was but my biggest flex because I know you know y'all got a very close-knit fraternity. You got more yards with me, dog, than any other quarterback. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Talk to us about the New England Patriots, bro. Talk to us about just where they are. Their selection is in right now, but just the standing and how do they get back to the dynasty level?
Well, I think getting back takes time, and there's a process, and there's, a good group of guys in there, I think, right now with Coach Vrabel and his coaching staff, having Josh McDaniels, having Elliott Wolf, having that holy trinity, the owner, GM, head coach. When you get that solidified, that's when you can start building your team. With how they addressed free agency this offseason, you can see that Vrabel's brought in a bunch of guys that are tough, hard-nosed guys on defense. I expect them to go with probably an offensive line here, a couple of weapons on the outside. to beef up that offensive line for Drake. So there's exciting times. There's still a long road to go. They got to put a lot of work in. But, I think when you have the guy that's steering the boat,
Drake
May and Vrabes. I think Vrabes and Drake May. I think that combination. I think it's a quarterback coach combination. Holy Trinity owner GM too as well.
Now,
so
I'll ask you, Jules. Do you think that it's a plus or a minus for the longevity of Drake May with Josh McDaniels?
I think it's a plus.
Okay, talk to me.
He's going to learn how to. I think I watched the system he was in last year, and it was a different system that I was accustomed to, and I saw the protections. When you're with Josh, he's really good at fabricating the offense around the talent of the quarterback. Example, we have Tom Brady, he's a pocket quarterback. We did that. He had a different offense. You go to Mac Jones, made a Pro Bowl, went to the playoffs, had a different style offense, gave him everything he could handle.
Right.
We have Cam Newton come in for a year. We changed their offense completely.
Yeah.
And we were productive with it.
Right.
So I think the ability to fabricate your offense to your players' best talents, and that player being Drake May, I think it's going to be a plus for him.
Man, listen, this is always something that I love watching from afar. And people don't really understand what the Patriot Way is, right? And there's an ecosystem in regards to even coaches. You see Vrabel is a guy who came through, the Patriots at one particular point. Josh McDaniels goes to another organization to get the bag to always know in the back of his pocket he's a Patriot guy. Robert Kraft does an unbelievable job with nurturing relationships and fostering relationships and making sure that nobody is burnt through the bridges. Now, the thing about Josh is this. His success has always been contingent of him being a coordinator. For his longevity, do you see him staying as a coordinator for years to come, or is this a one-stop for things for the future years?
Well, I think we all know in this league, if you get two opportunities at the head job and it doesn't go right, you're usually going to go somewhere else. And I can't speak for other teams, but I think, that's how it goes. And with Josh, I think his experience as head coach and being a coordinator and having that side of the ball solidified, which that's how it was when Bill was there. Bill worried about the team, defense, special teams, and Josh McDaniels are worried about the offense. Now, Bill had his keys, and we had to run certain things, and he'd give him, what he thought about the game plan. But when you have a guy like Josh McDaniels who has head coach experience, it allows the head coach to coach the team. Yeah. So he doesn't have to worry about the offense. He doesn't have to worry about the defense. We have really good coordinators that allows the head coach to coach football to the whole team. And I think that's what you get with Josh McDaniels. I think he's going to be there for a while. He's got family there. He loves it there.
Yeah.
Josh loves New England. He loves the Patriots. He's had a lot of great memories with the Patriots, and the Patriots love him. He's gave us a lot of great memories. Right. I mean, he's a huge part of the reason why, there's 6 Lombardis up there.
Yeah. So let's talk real quick about Will Campbell, the Patriots selection here. But on top of that, we'll just talk about that first. Talk to us about Drake May and his new addition with Will Campbell.
I love it. I mean, Drake got hit way too much last year. Now, he was able to make plays, but his feet were all over the place, and that's because he had guys in his lap all day long, every play. So what this does is when you get that run game going, you get an offensive line going, then it's going to allow Drake to learn the offense.
Yeah.
Okay, and when he starts learning the offense, learning the protections, learning where the open receivers are, then let's throw a Ferrari out there and go get us a bad boy receiver or something. But until that offensive line solidified and they got a run game, that's something I would like to address all the time. All my Super Bowl runs, we had a good run game going into those playoffs, and it opens up everything. You know that, Cam. The run game's a quarterback's best friend because you get that play action, that explosion play on second down after 2nd and 4. You get a 35-yard tight end right down the middle of the field off that play action. You know what I mean? You get those kind of things.
And the reaction right now is because the Cleveland Browns on the clock and they didn't go with Shadur. They went with a defensive tackle, Mason Graham. So that's been crazy. But I want to talk to you about the front office real quick and also the pickup of Stefon Diggs coming to New England.
Yeah.
But just talking about him, but also you and Cam could definitely relate. What does the relationship have to be with a veteran wide receiver and a young quarterback, and how do you think they would mesh in New England?
I'm really excited that they got to pick up Stefon Diggs. Stefon's he's got this whole narrative that he's, loud, this, that. He's a diva receiver. But from where, anytime I talk to anyone who's played with him, he's been like, everyone always says he's a hard worker. He busts his ass in practice.
Yeah.
He works hard, and receivers are always a little something. But I think the Stefon Diggs you're getting right now, you're getting a motivated
Yeah, he got to prove something. He got to prove something.
Yeah. So you're getting a pissed off Diggs. You're getting some urgency. You may get a little asshole in that room that's going to fire up that receiver room. It's going to bring everyone else plays up. So I think that's going to be great for the addition. Now, the relationship with the young quarterback, I think Josh is going to have to step in there and facilitate that. Because if I was in there with the young quarterback, I'd be manipulating that guy to throw to me every goddamn time. Yeah. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if we're trying to build, we're trying to win. You know what I mean?
But I'll say this too.
But I think Stefon Diggs has matured a bunch. I mean, he's seen the other side. He saw winning football when he was with the Buffalo Bills. Then he goes to Houston, gets hurt, had a couple good years. He's got that perspective now of like, all right, I know what this is about. I was younger back in the day, maybe doing some stupid shit here and there, but like we're all young, dumb, and we all grow. And I feel like he's a motivated guy that's going to go in there and help that team.
Yeah. One of the things, too, that it really hasn't hit home yet, but he does get to play the Buffalo Bills twice. So
that's exactly what I want.
Even more ticked off.
That's 4 games.
Yeah.
Because you win that game, that's 2 games.
Yeah.
So you play them twice, that's 4 games. And why wouldn't you want to have a guy in that room pissed off, wanting to beat that team the most? And that's the least productive freaking room we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that could be a good thing if it's done right.
One thing that I've always respected about the signal caller and Josh McDaniels is he has certain guys that he likes. And no matter what he thought about Jules or what Jules thought about him or what everybody thought about just the play calling, Josh is a very fiery guy that meshes with competitors, right? I had the opportunity to work out with Stefon a couple times, him and his brother, and the guy is a battler, dog. So to see him understand, I remember one of the first things that you asked me when I just signed with New England, he's like, yo, how do you like to practice? I'm like, practice? It's like, yo, like that's a part of the Patriot way. So, with Stefon coming on board.
Is that my voice, Cam? Is that my voice?
Yeah.
Come on. That's part of the Patriot way, dude.
No, I'm just saying, it's practice. It wasn't the Patriot way. Hey, guy. Hey, Bubs. Hey, you like to practice? Hey, it was simple, bro. And I believe you me.
It's old as time, bro. Like, Bill used to say it all the time. There ain't no one in the fucking room but like 3 people that ever stepped foot on this planet that could just turn it on.
Yeah.
And one of those guys was LT that he coached.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Your practice execution becomes your game reality, and that allows you to build your confidence. And when you practice hard, like, you have the answers to the test. Once you get to the game, you've seen that shit already, and you play faster. Your subconscious has felt it. So, like, that's what I learned in New England. The harder you practice, the harder you make it in practice. I always felt like the games were the easiest part.
Yeah. Man, Julesy, bro, appreciate you, dog. Thank you for your time.
All day, guys.
Hey, you got to get me on the pod. I got to get you on mine, bro. Appreciate you as always, bro. And until next
1,000.
time, the Squirrel Boogie Connection. You did.
Hey, most yardage I ever had was with that connection right there, Bubs.
Yeah, come on, bro. I'm just trying, bro.
Say less. I gotta go. Say less.
So Ashton Genty just
Do we
went
still
to the
got?
Raiders.
Do we still got Joe?
We still got Joe in there?
Because
We gotta bring Joe.
What's
We need
going
that.
on?
We need that response.
What's going on? I need to know. I want to know what is the deal.
This boy.
Shadur.
Oh my God.
Shadur.
I think he really might end up going to the Saints. Oh, look at him. Joe. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. What are you doing, Joe?
What do you know, Joe?
What the fuck do you know? I'm gonna tell you this. This D lineman though, he's gonna be nice. He's gonna apply pressure. But cause you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rain on his parade. I'm just saying, I knew no knowledge. I did not know nothing.
Hey,
Joe, what's going on, bro?
Joe, you ain't got no insight on nothing, bro.
Yeah, I got to call my connects, man.
For the plug.
You better change the plug.
The plug, the pull the extension.
Work. It's not the same plug for the Jays as it is
Lord
for
Jesus,
the
I mean, good God Almighty. What do you feel about that pick, though? Obviously, it's all written all over your face, but what do you think?
I'm not. This is the thing. I don't want to make it feel like I'm upset about the pick. I just was thinking we were going to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? I wish the best. I think he's going to be a baller. That he's going to be a top 7 to 7 pick anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he was projected to go super high. Him with Miles, they still got Miles. It's going to be a lot of pressure. I just was thinking how we need to get points on the board. You know what I'm saying? Like the best offensive lineman, maybe, or Shadur. That would have been a little bit different for me. But going defense when we need offense.
But let me ask you this, Joe.
Yes.
Let's attack the elephant in the room. What are people seeing and talking about Shadur Sanders, bro? Like, I thought it was going to be an Andrew Luck RG3 situation with number 1, number 2, a Marcus Mariota, a Jameis Winston type of situation.
Yes.
What do you think is the issue here? And I haven't really even seen Shadur. I don't even know if they have a camera where he is or not, but it's been extremely kind of awkward to see a D tackle that I dare I say haven't heard about, but just didn't expect this to be the flow of tonight's draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hold on, while we got Joe, hold on real quick. Joe, I don't want to stop you, but while we had somebody else wanted to join the party, Mr. Revis Island himself, Darrelle Revis. Since the Jets pick is in, come on in, Darrelle.
Easy.
There you go.
We're going to make it we're going to make it
Revis, my God.
A DB room out here.
How we doing, bro? Can you turn him up? I can't hear him.
What's up, man? How you guys
doing? There you go.
Man, how you thugging, bro?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to see y'all, man. Definitely.
Man, listen. Everybody wants to know, so many people been talking about, since we got 2 DBs right here, the most viral kind of talk in the DB world, is the T-step the right step?
Darrelle, kick it off for us first.
Hey, the T-step. Hey, you can either do the T-step or you can do the running in place to try to break. I like the T-step. I don't mind the T-step. I don't know. I watched Joe's film when he played. He do the T-step as well. He was great at what he did. You know, that's a big controversy right now going on.
Man, listen, bro. For a lot of talk and discussion, obviously, you know, for the people who are not aware, the Asante Samuels, Deion Sanders comparison, it was one of those situations that when you look at his career, that was what it was. But there's not a lot of people, obviously, that did it, you know, bigger than Revis Island himself. Tell us some of the things that you got going on these days, bro, and a man, you know, that has made so much impact, you know, in the game of football.
You know, man, as I look back, when you retire, you kind of reflect on your career, some of the great things you've done. Plays are still running in your mind about maybe the errors or mistakes that you made.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the most part, man, for me, it's I have no regrets. I gave it my all. I think we approach this game and try to win championships as much as possible. And I think all three of us can attest to that when it comes to, you know, putting on the shoulder pads every day, going out there with your teammates, and you know, just trying to play at the highest level you can play at.
Man, it wasn't many, but since we got two DBs here, give me the receiver that gave you the most fits and fuss leading up into who you had to prepare for.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead, Joe. You got this.
Go ahead, Joe. Kick it out, Joe.
No, okay, I got mine on deck. It's the same one. It's Antonio Brown.
What?
I play him twice a year for my first 7 years in Cleveland, and he had Big Ben there also. So sometimes it wasn't even the first route. I could have him. Ben would just throw somebody off of him, and his slant would turn into a sluggo, and I'm beat. You know what I'm saying? So it was the combination of having Antonio Brown being that great, being able to keep his feet in bounds. His releases were amazing, and he was giving me fits because it was him and it was Ben. I had to deal with both of them for the time, and it was a lot of fits. It was a lot of bad times. But I was out there. But the thing was too, I want to put on Revis. I respected Revis because when I first came to the league, he's man to man. He's playing press.
Oh no,
We just lost Joe. Oh, they got him.
My bad. The man-to-man, the thing that Revis did was I respect corners that did what Revis did. He's going to go man-to-man by himself, press you no matter who you are. So that's the things that I learned of being a DB is the pride of it don't matter. You can roll the safety to the other way. It's me versus him. We're playing one-on-ones during the game, and that's what Revis did, and that's what I respected so much. So picks-wise, some people get 50, Revis like 29, 30, but he's Revis Island because he's not throwing it over there to him. You're strapping when you're strapping. Your first ballot Hall of Fame for a reason. So that's why I just love it. It's things that you do numbers and everything, but when you watch the tape and you see what people do, Revis was a press corner by himself on the island versus Calvin Johnson's, Randy Moss's, and that's standing on business. So I was doing the same thing versus AB, versus AJ Green, versus those dudes, versus Julio Jones, and I would get hit sometimes, but I'm on my own island. It's me versus them, so I'm going to get hit sometimes, but it's putting that on your back like, I want to be the best corner. I'm traveling, and I'm going to strap this dude. That's what Revis did, and that's what I think. The best corner in the game is pressing. You're doing it, but you play zone. You can read. That's you know what I'm saying. But if you're gonna strap your boots and play one-on-one versus the best receiver in the game, that's what Revis did. That's what I respect.
Darrelle.
All right.
DJ Darrelle.
Hey, I think it's a lost art, of what Joe is talking about, where corners, we're prepared to play man coverage, and we're prepared to play zone. You can fit us in any defensive scheme, any coach's philosophy. That's one of the things I loved about Joe's game when he came in from Florida. He was a top pick himself, and just looking at the guys coming in to try to, you pass that torch to Joe. Joe Haden was definitely one of those guys that I really loved his game. I love how detailed he was in his technique. And, for me, man, week to week, when it comes to, I remember playing against you, Cam, when I was in you guys' conference.
In Tampa, yeah.
And man, just studying you, man, just the mentality that you have and what you brought to the Carolina Panthers, man, it was amazing to actually compete against some of the best. And you are one of those guys that I really hold up high on a totem pole when it comes to some of the best dual threat quarterbacks that ever played the game.
Man, so appreciate you.
Quick question I have for all three of you all right? So Cam, you can kick it off first. In this whole draft, who is the biggest spark in the draft that can turn a franchise around?
Travis Hunter.
So you got Travis Hunter. Why? Just give me a quick reason.
Travis Hunter because his situation is more healthier for him to perform the way he needs to perform. He has a quarterback and I'm drawing a blank right now.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, a very skillful guy, and he doesn't have to necessarily do much in leading that team or putting the whole team on his back.
All right, so we're going to go Darrelle and then finish up with Joe. Go ahead, Darrelle.
In this draft, Man, I'm super excited to see who the Jets are going to pick, the New York Jets. I know we have Sauce Gardner, we have Quentin Williams, some great defensive players. We still got to fill the quarterback situation. Obviously, I know we just signed Justin Fields, but I'm excited to see what the number 7 pick is for the New York Jets, and hopefully whoever we draft, man, I really believe that they'll be able to help us in the future.
And Joe?
I'm going to go Travis, too. Got to go Travis. He just dual threat. He can do a corner. I think he might be the best corner and the best receiver. And playing them $4 million, $5 million a year, you can get a $20 million per format receiver and a $30 million per format corner for $4 million. I'm letting him do it.
Yeah.
Travis.
And those are our biggest sparks, brought to you by our sponsor, Roe. Man, fellas, we want to say thank you for stopping in.
Hold on.
What's up? My bad, I got the producers.
Joe.
This is a scramble.
We gotta talk about the Jets real quick. You know what I'm saying? We love you. I'm gonna tap in with you, my brother.
I love you too, brother.
We need to make sure that your sources is right because
sources is.
I'm about to find out. I'm gonna have second round sources.
Hey, send us a
second
tweet.
Round sources.
Let us know what the Browns is gonna go. And why didn't they go with Shadur, man? Joe, appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, Darrelle.
All right, bro. What's up?
So even with the New York Jets, did they just pick? Their pick was in, and they took a tackle.
Yep.
So how far? Let's say not even the playoffs, right? Because I really haven't seen an identity from the New York Jets since Rex Ryan, Darrelle Revis, Mr. I can't wait. Certain things like that where you guys had that type of mentality. How far do you think the Jets are away from establishing a very, playoff-ready team by starting with winning their division?
Well, first, I think it starts with leadership. I think Aaron Glenn is a new face. I think he's done very well when he was a defensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions. And I think he's going to bring that type of mentality, that getting back to that tough New York football play of what we used to playing. I mean, we haven't been in the playoffs in, I think, about 15 years now with the New York Jets. So, I think at this point, we got some great pieces. We have Breece Hall, we have Garrett Wilson, we have Quentin, we have Sauce. I think we just got to keep filling those holes up to where guys can come in and compete at a high level every week.
One of the main things that I like about where the game of football is right now, bro, is that a lot of players, a lot of athletes are finding their way back into the locker room, back into, executive, situations where now we have a voice. Now we have volume in our mic, so to speak. Darrelle, you've been a person that's always been cerebral. You've been a guy who've always been respected by your peers and obviously on and off the field. Would you ever see yourself coaching?
Great question. I don't know because one, I look at it as I think we have a doctorate in what we do. Stepping in those white lines. You have a doctorate. All the other players that we play against and compete against, we have a doctorate. I mean, it's less than 1% of us who actually step on that field and play a very long time, and we know the ins and outs of the game. And now, like you said, we're transitioning into coaching. We're transitioning into executive roles. Hopefully, in the near future, we have somebody that kind of like what Michael Jordan did and what LeBron is trying to do is trying to get into ownership as well. Yeah. We know the game inside and out. And, for us, it's time to change that narrative, change that story. And it'll be coming shortly, but it'll be coming soon. It'll be definitely coming soon. But coaching, I'm not opposed to it. I'm up to it if the right opportunity presents itself. But at the same time, we'll see. It's just a thing that is something that if the right opportunity comes, then maybe I'll take the opportunity.
Could you or do you prefer to do it in the collegiate level or would you want to do it in the professional level?
You know, both situations doesn't matter to me. It's just really, I guess it's the right fit, Cam. You know, it's really the right fit. I see a lot, you know, pay attention to what a lot of guys are doing out here. Michael Vick is, he's at Norfolk State. He's doing great. I see a lot of guys. I see Eddie George is doing his thing as well, coaching. So, you know, for me, it depends. It all depends on the right fit.
Yeah.
So real quick, this is the last question, Darrelle. All right? Cam at quarterback, you at corner. Cam drops back and throw it your way. What's the outcome of that situation?
No. I got told very specific instructions all week to not throw it to Darrelle Revis. There's so many times that I played against him. I'll probably say more than about 2 or 3 times where it's specific instructions. Do not throw it to 24.
Yeah.
Simple and plain. And if you do, it's a be right. It's a be right.
What that mean?
That means if you throw it, you better be right. You dig what I'm saying? More times than not, you're not going to have that opportunity to say it. So, yeah, bro. I ain't doing that. Man, Darrelle, bro, I appreciate you, dog, taking your time. I'm going to reach out to you about something personal as well, too, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you and respect you and what you've done over your amazing career, bro.
For sure, Cam, man. Appreciate you, too, as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Man.
Hey, Cam Newton here, and this episode is brought to you by Roe. Confidence is everything. Women can sense it, and trust me, they love it. But if you're in your head worrying about performance, that swag is gone. Roe Sparks keeps you ready. When the moment hits, you can step up like a superhero and handle your business. No doubts? Just know.
Fellas, Roe Sparks gets you ready fast, dissolving under your tongue and working in 15 minutes on average. No waiting and no missing that moment. And plus it stays active up to 36 hours. So when the mood hits, you can go back to back to back, round and round. Roe connects guys with medical providers 100% online with in-person providers. So go to roe.co/sparks to see if you qualify.
If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off on reoccurring plan. Connect with a provider at roe.co/force to find out if prescription Roe Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/force for $15 off your first order. If approved, treatment ships directly to your front door. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to roe.co/. With Magazine Dreams, you know, we want to support our own. The reality is that Sinners is this day and age Get Out. There's so many different things that's going on in the film that it was shot beautifully that I just would like to watch it again to kind of say that I didn't necessarily see that coming.
So Cam, man, we back in live. Obviously, the Saints went with McMillan, Arizona wide receiver.
The Panthers.
Panthers, I'm sorry, went with McMillan, I'm sorry. The Saints are on the clock. And it seemed like cameras are in the house of the Sanders house.
That's not a bad pick, though.
What, for the Panthers?
No, for the Saints.
For the Saints.
Boy, what? Annoy you, Shadur?
Ooh.
I don't know if the city ready for that.
I know.
It's going to be so ratchet in them streets.
I know.
I can smell the voodoo powder just.
Before we jump to him, though, obviously, Arizona had the wide receiver. Carolina had the wide receiver. You are our legend here.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Panthers pick?
I love it.
You do?
I love it. I just hope that the receiver comes in with the mentality that, because he was the same guy that said he didn't watch film.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been able to get away with just sheer skill for so long, right? That scares me.
Yeah.
Because when you go into a league where everything is on camera, the eye in the sky don't lie.
Yeah.
he has to be able to make sure that what he's putting out there on the film is something that's conducive to him getting better each and every week, especially with the specific quarterback and the young quarterback in Bryce Young.
Yeah. So here we go. The Saints pick is in. Let's see where they're going to go. They had the cameras on.
Oh, my goodness.
They did not go with Shadur. Kevin Banks Jr.
I'm getting a little awkward.
I know.
I'm feeling awkward.
So let me ask you that. Obviously, you don't know what it feels like. But is it better for players not to show up to the draft for instances like this?
I don't know, man. We had 2 instances where, I mean, it was not the first round, but you see a guy like Lamar Jackson, you see a guy like Geno Smith, guys who kind of fell out of the top 10.
Yeah.
And it's really about, poise. Mm-hmm. Now, for Shadur's situation, a very skillful, talented, quarterback where it really takes him to don't show frustration.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because everything is going to be recorded. It's going to be a meme.
Correct.
And, it's just one of those situations. It looks like it's a lot of people that's around him, but can't nobody really know what he's feeling in that specific moment. I know he feels somewhat embarrassed in a sense, and heaven forbid if he falls out of the first round, that's going to be something, too, that he should keep the receipts, as they would say.
And so even with this right now, right, because the Bears pick is in the 10th pick of the draft. Obviously, they got Caleb Williams, so we know Shadur probably won't go top 10. What is reasons that in Shadur's game or elements with his game on or off the field that he would drop like this? Obviously, we can't really tell, but we can kind of speculate. But just in your mind, what are some reasons why you think he hasn't got selected yet?
I don't know, man. I think this is a very tricky time for Shadur because this is the first time in his life. Think about this. This is the first time in Shadur's life that as a grown man, he's not being coached by his dad.
That was the question I was going to ask.
And that's a lot of impact.
Yeah.
Now, he's had a lot of success. Is he deserving of a top 10 pick? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is skillful. You put his game film with any other quarterback in the draft, including Cam Ward, and he can throw the football.
With the best of them.
But when you think about it, in his type of situation, is this a way where people are feeling like, yo, we want to humble this guy? I don't think that.
That's the case, yeah.
Even having his jersey retired in that type of magnitude, it's like, okay, bro, there's a meme that says it was Travis Hunter, number 12, and then they had number 2 Deion's son in the Wall of Fame. Like, it's those type of things is going to follow you in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it. Daddy ain't going to be able to save you, bro.
That's true.
So how does he take that on as a challenge to say, people are going to look at me, they're going to critique me for everything. I'm already coming in with this mentality or this aura that I'm larger than life, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
He's earned that because he has performed. But at the end of the day, dog, this is the big leagues.
Yeah.
This is the league. So your numbers have to be backed by, production.
So, obviously, the last pick is in, the Bears have it, but just one more question about Shadur. Just 2 more questions, really. Just to turn lemons into lemonade, all right? So, obviously, the lower his stock, he slides, the better the team. So, what is a prime location for Shadur to go to? And is this better for him overall in his career, really?
If I'm Shadur, I'm excited because the lower the pick, the better the team.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Now, understanding that, I remember having this conversation with Deshaun Watson a couple years ago. He slid down to, I think, pick 12 in the Houston Texans. Texans was ready to win now.
Yeah.
All they needed was a receiver. All they needed was a quarterback. So Shadur wants to go into a situation where he has a solid defense. He has a, skill sets or personnel around him offensively that he can be very productive and successful in.
If you had one team, all right, this is the last question about Shadur. If you had one team that he could go to right now, what would it be?
You got Penix, bro, even though they...
Somebody yelling out Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, Shabuzi right
Shabuzi
here.
over
Come
here.
on, slow down,
God,
Shabuzi.
You
Bedazzle
gonna be telling him to subscribe to his YouTube, Nick.
Bedazzle Boozy.
Yeah, Bedazzle Boozy.
Man, I'm thinking, all right, so let's go through the NFC South.
Okay.
It would have been the New Orleans Saints,
Yes, that
if
was
you
a good
ask
pick.
me. Carolina got Bryce Young. You got Baker Mayfield. Then, okay, you got NFC West, Arizona, LA. That could potentially be a option,
backup.
but do you reach that high when you got Matthew Stafford
That
when
is
he
true.
just read up? Seattle, because they just traded their quarterback. No, they got Sam Darnold.
They got Sam Darnold. Signed him to a good contract.
49ers? No, not them. Okay, you
Sam
talk
Darnold.
about the AFC North. Who's that? You got the Patriots, the Bills.
One thing, we skipped over the Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys, you just paid Dak 60 M&Ms, man.
I know.
We got a thing that we say in Atlanta, man. That boy got 60 manions, man. That's a pound cake. It sounds like you do it with him, too. But there's a boozy. Slow down. Now, this is my show. This ain't your show. Slow down now. There you go. Still going. I don't know, bro. Well, I say Tennessee.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold
It's
on.
like Will Levis.
No, they got Ward.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Golly. What kind of battle you want? That's a real shootout.
No. Can't say Tennessee.
Can't.
Oh.
I think he might end up, obviously.
Can't say the Jets because you
But
got.
the Browns have another pick, too. So they might come back and get him. They might come back and get him.
Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland was all,
I
bad.
was betting on Cleveland or the Giants. And the Saints, really. So it's really a question
Tripping,
mark.
talking about the Titans. No, the Titans, yeah. But yeah, Cleveland would be a good selection. But thing about Cleveland, man, the Brownies. Now,
What's
let me
up?
ask you this.
Talk to me.
There's been a lot of media behind where Deion wants his son to go.
Yeah.
Does he still have that type of pull if he does not get the team that he wants? Is it a good look?
If Deion makes the call.
Like, let's say, for instance, Cleveland does pick Shadur.
Okay.
Deion says, no, we don't want to go to Cleveland.
Being that he failed so low, I don't think he really has a choice like that. I mean, like, the Mannings, when we hit the Eli not going, we going to this team instead of that team. I don't think right now where they at, he can really pull that shot right now. So I think it's probably best for him to get on whatever team. I know Deion probably put some messages out there of bro, I don't want my son to go. But right now, we just want him to get off the board. You know what I'm saying? Now, Chicago just made their 10th pick. They went with a tight end from Michigan.
I thought the first tight end that was going to be taken off the board would have been the guy from Penn State, 44. But needless to say, they must know something that I don't know. That was one of the things that we had on our list to talk about, most impactful drafts.
Most what?
Most impactful drafts. And
yes.
it was Von Miller that was speaking about this earlier this week and was talking about 2011 draft is one for the ages, where you had A.J. Green, Marcel Darius, Von Miller, myself, Julio Jones. Shout out to Patrick Peterson with the recent, retirement. J.J. Watt. Like, a lot of those guys, bro, was really game changers.
Yeah.
Early, too. I remember the first weekend of the opening weekend, another fellow 2011 draft pick was Randall Cobb, had the opening kick for a tutty. So we came in the league with a mission, and we didn't leave without it, being a big bang in every team as much as possible.
With that loaded draft, when did you know, I'm going to be number one pick, the first overall pick?
Bro, I didn't know really until probably 45 minutes before.
So you sitting there coming into that morning.
Yeah, I remember seeing TD, Thomas Davis, a little bit before the as I was driving to Radio Row in New York, and he was like, "Yo, welcome to the team, welcome to the team." And I was like, We're buddies, man. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up being TD, and I was just so grateful, bro. And that following day, we went to Carolina, and a lot of things happened so fast that I really couldn't really remember. It was a blur. All within the next 2 or 3 days, it was getting the playbook. Go house hunting, go apartment hunting.
Moving fast.
Who's gonna stay here with you? You know what I'm saying? It was just so many things, to figure it out. That certain time. DJ, stay ready. You still with me, bro?
You still rocking with us, crowd? Y'all still rocking with us?
Man, shout out to my dog Ace Metaphor that's in the building.
Ace Metaphor.
Mr. Controversy himself. Appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out, even with you, Bedazzle Boozy.
Yeah.
My people, bro.
So,
you feel what I'm saying? I don't know about you, Peggy, but I'm hungry.
I'm going to go grab a little bite to eat. Y'all stick with us on the live. We will be back. Shout out to K-Cam. Shout out to Ace Metaphor. Shout out to our crowd right here. Shout out to our crowd at home. So don't go anywhere. Stay locked in. Myself, Big Boog, will be back to wrap up our live draft party. Stay tuned.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't the itty-bitty, little, teeny, tiny bowl. What is it? It's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Big players make big plays, and now you can cash in on every single one of them. Bet touchdowns at DraftKings Sportsbook and take your shot at winning big. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FOURTH. That's code FOURTH for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
4th and gone.
You know what I'm saying? 4th and gone.
Golly.
I got so many people to pay. You're getting expensive, Peggy. When I met you, boy, you was wearing them doggone big suits.
Don't let them lie to you.
You was wearing big suits. They was calling you Peggy Big Suit.
You know what I'm saying? And when I met you,
Watch your mouth now.
you wearing them tight shorts.
Watch
all
your
right?
mouth
They were
now.
calling you a little tight.
Little tight.
Little tight.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you right. Hey, RJ. Don't worry about it.
You're fired.
Man, please. I
Get ready,
can't fire
man.
you, Peg.
Come on, don't do me
I
like
need
that.
you,
bud.
Peg.
Don't do me like that.
I need you, Peggy. Now, let me ask you this. Hey, do we have any Atlanta Falcons fans in the building?
Okay. Them dirty birds in the house.
Hold on. I know she a Atlanta Falcon fan because they make that sound. Hold on, make that sound
What's
one more
up?
time. That's the sound you make when you're watching them every Sunday.
And they lose?
When they lose it.
We ain't got no rise up. Give me a rise up. Hold on. They ain't
Gonna
ready.
sit on down. Now I gotta talk to the doggone Falcons that's in here. Y'all could have paid a little bit of me what y'all paid Kirk Cousins. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Man.
I would have spent it amongst my peoples.
He would have gave back to the community.
I would have gave back to us. You know what I'm saying? I would have threw you a little honey bun, auntie. Would have gave you this one. You know, I gotta get me first. I got all these kids. You know what I'm saying? But I would have took care of you. With the chicken fingers and fries. Waffle House on me. Everybody get Waffle House. All-star specials for all my all-stars. You know what I'm saying?
You still taking care of them, but the draft party was free. Drinks were free.
They
Food
paid for
free.
nothing.
They just came to kick it with us, boo.
They need to charge Bedazzle
Bedazzle Boost. Shaboozed in love?
He don't love. Yeah, he don't love.
Oh, man. He was it. He got a little autographic on.
Yeah.
Man, the crowd still rocking with us on the live. The crowd still rocking with us here. Man, it feel good, man.
Man, I'm just saying this, though.
What's up?
I want some of that Magnon, that Kirk Magnon.
I
I just wanted that.
Then they rocking with Penix now.
Penix good people, man. But I want some of that Kirko.
That Kirko.
Some of that mind blown.
Uh-huh.
Peggy, if you signed a Kirko deal, we don't got that in the 4th and 1 budget.
No,
I'm
yes,
letting
we
you
do.
know right now.
We gonna speak it into existence.
And man, listen
How
here.
anytime the devil is alive.
Man, they gave Kirko 35 M&Ms
per year.
You won't know what to do with that, Magnon.
But
hey, I just let you know, I'll speak for my dog. My dog single. His stock is going up.
Through the roof.
He looking for a girl that got something going on. Huh? Hey, baby, can you cook? Can you clean? As they would say, is you institutionalized?
It is crazy right here.
This is a hard-working brother right here.
Right. Peggy is right.
But he don't got no leverage, though.
I got all the leverage I need, baby.
He
I
can't
got all
do no
the leverage.
tricks.
I
You
got
can't
all
do
the
no
leverage.
tricks. That leg, he got a knee brace on. You can't really see it.
That's what I'm saying. You better brace yourself. Hit you with the pick and punch.
Yeah.
Hit you with the pick and punch.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right. He like reading good books. He like reading the Bible. If you check the story this past weekend, he was planting in the garden. He like long walks down Piedmont in the Beltline.
She said, come on here. She said, come on here.
You got a sweet tooth.
You said, bring him here.
You got a bread pudding, a banana pudding. You know how to make it. Slow down. There
Slow
you
down
go.
now, baby.
Slow down.
Slow down.
What they
now,
say,
baby.
this is brought to you by Rose Sparks. That's a spark plug right there.
That's a spark plug at a party right there.
That's a spark right there.
That's a spark plug at a party.
What you know what you like? Tell the people what you're looking for,
Man,
Peggy.
what I ain't looking for is unsolicited advice from Cam, okay?
Well, listen,
you
let me
better
tell you
have
something.
baby have me in the figure fold tonight. Good God Almighty.
That's all right. I'm trying to. You got to keep you one.
You gotta keep you one.
A good old one and an old good one. You got to keep you one, Peggy. Don't now listen. Beggars can't be choosing now. I'm your real friend. We got a lot of people watching on the live. I'm letting you know that my dog Peg is out here trying to get live.
He trying to get me as the first round pick, man.
I'm trying. Hey, listen. You sign me as your agent, you wouldn't be like your boy.
Man, please.
Slow down.
I ain't gonna drop.
I ain't gonna go kick you while
Don't
you're
kick
down.
me.
You know. But I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You gotta have something going on. You gotta be educated.
Yeah.
You gotta come from something. Preferably no kids, but you know, at his age, what you is, like 38, Peggy?
Yeah, 38 being great.
Okay.
31.
You ain't gonna find none without no kids. Now,
it's all
Peggy,
good.
I'm going to put
You
you
love
on
the
something.
Lord, I'm good.
If you find somebody your age that ain't got kids, that's a red flag.
Man, get on out of here, man. Man, what we need to do right here before it's Peggy of love.
For the love of Peggy.
For the love of Peggy.
You to a YouTube channel near you. For
So
the love of Peggy.
anywho, look, don't even listen to Cam. What we thought the Dallas Cowboys was going to go up, they did not select Shadur. Obviously, just like you said. All right? Was there any surprises in the draft?
The only surprise right now is why is Shadur not picked?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that it's like, hey, what is being said that is not being said? You see what I mean?
Yeah. Because obviously a story just came out. One of the GMs, I'm not sure what team, but they were saying, you know, about his attitude, he's entitled, all this other stuff like that. And I hate that stuff that spread around because he is a good player, hopefully a great kid. The coach just selected the Penn State tight end, Tyler Warren, which is more like a Gronk type situation, so that would be pretty cool. And then even speaking of that, him going to Indianapolis, do you think he'll connect with AR or Daniel Jones?
One of the best things that I had as a young quarterback
talk to me about
was having a two tandem tight end and a running back. I had D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart as running backs. I had Jeremy Shockey and Mr. O'Reliable Greg Olsen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So those type of guys staying in 12 personnel, really attacking the defense and keeping the game safe, protecting the football was something that worked out to my advantage.
So let me ask you, like you said, you often say a tight end is a quarterback's best friend.
Yes.
Having a great tight end, Cam, as a young quarterback, what does that give you? Like, it might be a safety net, or what does a good tight end give you?
It's definitely a security blanket.
Okay.
Because when you're looking at how the game is being played, it's not just the old reliable 1st and 10. You know, everybody's excited.
Yeah.
I'm talking about third quarter, you down by 12 points. Third quarter, gotta have a situation. And it's third down.
Yeah.
Receivers that are going to give you mismatches. Where it's going to stay on the plus side of the sticks, the 3rd and 2s, the 2nd and 6s, those type of situations, good safe completions and not putting the ball in harm's way has to be kind of backed with, you know, reliable receivers by way of big targets and tight ends.
Yeah. So up next, I know we have Falcons fans in here. They are on the clock. Man, it's the loudest they've been all night.
I know. This time last year, everybody was like, who? What? What was going on? What's going on? Like, it was like, yo. But I was the hater, though.
Yeah.
I was disgruntled. I was the one that's mad that I wasn't in it. Come on, Peggy. Back to with a quick moment of announcement. For the love of Peg is dropping this summer.
Oh, so wow.
We need my boy to cover this hole in his heart. We done cut out that cancerous, you know, it was a tumor on his heart.
Man,
we had to cut it out.
Man,
and now my boy is fully recovered. Now, women that's out there.
Brush.
He's battered. He's shell-shocked. But with good friends like me in his life.
Oh, really now?
We're going to get him back to health. And that's Rose Spark Plug.
So real quick, Cam,
get, man?
Obviously you got Michael Penix at the helm in Atlanta. For him and the Falcons, who do you see them taking? Or not even a player, but what type of player? Wide receiver, defense. Somebody said defense up in the house.
They better replace Big Grady.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the thing that I've always looked at the Falcons and said this. Why y'all don't do right by y'all legends? How y'all let Julio leave and y'all let Matt Ryan pick and choose where he wanted to go?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things. Like, Grady Jarrett was a guy that was supposed to retire a Falcon. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Hopefully they do right by Penix. Hopefully he can get multiple years out of his situation. But defensively, surprisingly, the defense kept him in games last year. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's good for a young quarterback. Now, Michael Pitts, I need him to step
Kyle
up to the
Pitts.
I mean, Kyle Pitts. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Michael
Kyle
Penix
Pitts.
and Kyle. Yeah.
We just had him on the show.
Yes.
If you didn't
I need
catch
my
that
boy
episode,
to have a
catch that
breakout
one.
season this year, and I know he can, though.
Yeah.
He has exceptional upside that now it has to be fulfilled and on the field play and performance. So
It's pretty cool, bro. Man,
I just
Cam.
want Auntie to keep that same energy when they make this
Now
pick.
she down our phone. Because I just want to see the reaction.
Lord Jesus.
I want to see the reaction.
Any
once they
true
do.
Atlanta people in the building?
Hold on.
When I say true Atlanta,
Not
I mean
homegrown,
like
not blown-grown.
you went to high school in the city of Atlanta. What
Now she got
high
it
school you
tatted.
went to? Washington. Let me tell you about Washington High,
Tell
Peggy.
it to me, because I'm from Charlotte.
We would always beat them in football,
Okay.
but we always lose to them in the parking lot.
She sound like a Washington High.
High school. Yeah, don't worry about it, boo. We good. We straight. Who else in the building? Who else? Let me hear from you. Lovejoy. Now, Peggy, let me tell you about Lovejoy.
Okay, what
See,
about
that
Lovejoy?
ain't really Atlanta. They are like on the outskirts.
You are not Atlanta.
Yeah. My dog from Charlotte, so he don't too much know. So
I don't know.
So he meet you at the bar. You be like, I'm from Atlanta. What high school you went to? Lovejoy. No, Peggy. That's not Atlanta.
That's not Atlanta.
That's out there. That's over there by the Speedway.
Oh.
Who? Okay.
Okay,
Let me tell
shout
you
out.
about them, Peggy. That is not Atlanta.
What'd he say?
That's almost by Hiram. That you got to take 20. They close. Mike Toll, Big Mike Toll. Yeah, Big Mike Toll. I know that, but Peggy, that ain't.
What's up?
That ain't Atlanta.
So you know that's not Atlanta.
They claim Atlanta. That's Six Flags in them. They
Oh,
go to the
that's
Six
Austell.
Flags.
That's Austell in them.
Austell.
We got in the other cities other than Atlanta in the house.
Decatur.
You got Chicago? Chicago in the house.
Okay.
We got New Orleans in the house.
Miami. Okay.
Miami. I can tell by the gold in his mouth. Miami, you know what I'm saying? Mouth full of gold.
My girl from Atlanta.
She from Atlanta now?
Yeah. She from Atlanta now. I'm a Florida girl. I'm from West Palm. Nah, baby, you been in Atlanta way too long. You from Atlanta now.
We got Charlotte in the house.
Where they at?
Queen City in the house.
My big boy dog, Burn. Big Burn. Who else you got in the house? See, let me tell you something too, Peggy.
What's up?
My boy raised his hand. He say he from Charlotte, but he got a Dallas Cowboy jersey on.
That's my uncle in there.
That's your uncle?
That's my uncle.
So y'all been frauds.
Man,
Y'all been frauds. Y'all gonna switch up on everything, get all tough. Shout out to my dog. It was all Salim. Is Salim in here?
My brother, where you at? Damn, he done left.
Gone.
Oh, my
I'll
goodness.
tell you another thing for the love of Peggy. It's in his bloodline. He loves hard. Like, he loves extremely hard. Very loyal, skillful and talented, very creative as well, too.
Yeah.
Now, the knock on him,
Oh, my God.
the thing is that leg, that right knee, it has limited mobility.
It's good.
So
I
it's
just
a
need a
good thing
PT.
for you because he can't really get out of there real fast. So it forces him to stay in a relationship
She gonna chase me down.
longer than ever. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Falcons pick is in just at the right time.
Okay.
Just at the right time.
All right. And with the 15th pick,
The
the
2000.
Atlanta Falcons select Peggy.
Hey. Who we got going?
Are they right down here?
Yeah, they right here. Oh,
I need
so
to
they
go talk
doing
to
the
the author
they
and
doing
be
the
like, hey, man.
Hey.
I got a good 2 or 3 more games.
Do you really
in me.
believe that? You got something left in
A
the tank?
good 2 or 3.
Y'all think Cam got something left in the tank?
A good 2 or 3.
Y'all think he still can get out there?
A good 2 or 3. If you give me what Kirk made, boy, listen here.
What do you need to do to get back in playing shape?
Kirk money.
Uh,
We'll figure this out. It's Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
I can make myself good again, boy. I go to Dr. Miami. I go to Dominican Republic. Hey, work on this arm because what I done seen them boys do. Ooh, woo.
So a Falcon stay in Georgia And they select Jalen Walker from Georgia, linebacker.
She don't even know
She
who
don't
they
even know who
picked.
that is.
Yeah!
He's somebody.
Yeah!
He's somebody.
What school did he go to? What school did he go to? Who?
Y'all love the pick. Do y'all like the pick? Do y'all like it?
That's what we got going on. Everything good until this time next year.
I know, right?
And then y'all gonna be like, man, we should have never picked him.
They all rise up, rise up.
See what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I really appreciate just living vicariously through these kids because these kids, or now these young men, are now living out their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
We all had this vision growing up playing football, Peggy. Not you, but some of us.
I played a little ball, baby. I played a little ball.
You did?
Northeast Middle School Finals, baby. Number 11.
For sure.
I still line up there. You know what I'm saying?
What would you have modeled your game after, like, if like a player comparison?
You know what I'm saying? They call him Scary Jerry Rice. That was me.
Jerry, that was you,
Jerry,
Peggy?
baby. Don't play me, baby. I'm Jerry. Don't I look good? I play like Jerry. You know what I'm saying?
Say what?
Look at my stance. Hold on.
Was this with the good knee or with a hindrance knee?
This the good knee. This
Good knee.
before.
Say
See,
that.
the good knee messed up off a Euro step. See, for football, I was straight.
You know when they put the player description in the body frame of things that they lack, it's two things that's red on your body. The red tells us that like it's really lacking.
It was a short list.
That's the knee. Mm-hmm. Your knee was extremely red, and your heart was extremely red
man.
too.
Big heart.
You see what I'm saying?
John Q style. That's all.
Very emotional. Very emotional.
Oh, please. Take one to know one, all right?
You know what I mean? What the Falcons made their pick? They got a linebacker, edge rusher.
Yeah.
So to speak.
So I guess we done did it for the people. The home team got their person.
Yeah. Hey, give it up for my dog, Peggy.
Hold your tomatoes.
Hold your tomatoes.
No, y'all really hold y'all tomatoes right here. Give it for my dog, Boo.
I didn't hear you, baby. That was supposed to. There you go. My girlfriend here tonight, y'all. So keep y'all bras to yourself. Okay.
Or your rocks. Okay, upside his head. Come on.
Keep the thongs too. Now, if she wasn't here, it'd be a party. She got me on the choke chain.
Man, get on out of here. All right, look.
We got to go get our children. Y'all pray for me. Oh, but man, listen. As we end things here at 4th and 1, when I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say what? When I say all together, we're going to say what? When I say all together, we're going to say what? Now, baby, I just heard you say, ah! And I didn't hear you say one love like that. I just need you to match my energy.
We
Peggy,
need a
you don't want her.
loud.
She not going to reciprocate that energy. When I say all together, we're going to say what? There we go. Now, everybody put your one hand in the air and follow my instructions.
Everybody.
When I say all together, we're going to say what?
Even at home, put your hands up.
Energy. Here we go. One hand up, one finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together, one love. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.